my name is Vahid. I'm the DM for Dice Legenz. Great to see you. Thanks for joining our show. This little video is a very condensed synopsis of the first 4 episodes of Dice Legenz. So I'm going to attempt to condense 11 hours of adventure into a very short video. I'll do my best. If this whole thing is spoilers. So if you are currently watching episodes 1 through 4, stop now, don't watch this video, and go back to the full episodes because this will spoil the first 4 episodes. I'm also not going to be mentioning a lot of the really important subplots that come to fruition later. So if you want a more detailed one, I actually suggest that you look at the other summary, the one that's about, I think, 17 minutes long. It gives you much more detail about the characters, the setting, and the subplot elements. This is going to be really very surface level summary. Okay, so episode 1, we discover that our 4 characters are town guards in Aratai, which is a grand walled city. They're first level characters. We have a first level bard named Hakapella, a wizard named Lona, a fighter named Sully, and a cleric named Nimrod. Nimrod's a tiefling, Sully and Lona are human, Hakapella is a dwarf. They're in the town guards. On their first patrol together as a new team, they come across zombies who are attacking villagers. They destroy the zombies to find that they are right next to a cemetery with a newly opened grave, and around that grave, around those graves, are arcane symbols, including a hexagon, plus a lantern with a beeswax candle in it. They take some of the beeswax as evidence. That's the first episode. Second episode, they put together, thanks to our cleric's knowledge of history, that these symbols are related to a cult called the Zakron cult, which comes from the northeast. They explore a temple that is on the cemetery site, find a cultist who had raised the zombies and who then raises a whole bunch of skeletons. They defeat the skeletons, defeat the cultist, who then comes back to life as a zombie. They capture him, take him to the guardhouse so they can find out more information. As they're finishing, the next day when they start their next shift, a blow dart hits Sully in the cheek, and they see a woman cheekily smiling at them with a reed in her hand and a vial in her other hand, smiling, and she runs away. That was the second episode. Very synopsized. The third episode, they do a chase scene to find that she actually was just luring them to underground emperor, thieving villain named Nosru, who, rather than killing them, although he has them surrounded, asks them to look into the death and then undeath of one of the thieves that worked for him. They agree. They do an investigation and find that he had some beeswax candles and had been sick and had died. And his wife, who has some more of these candles, is also sick. So they confiscate the candles. They go to where his gravesite is, and thanks to some clever tracking, follow some very recent muddy footprints to a stonemason's building. In that stonemason's building, they are attacked. They manage to chase off their assailant, but discover that there are 2 zombies that are chained up, clearly being some kind of experiment, chained up in a small room. One of them is the recently reanimated zombie of of Nosru, the thief overlord guy, his employee that they were asked to search out. So they, that's where episode 2 finished. Episode 3 started in that place because the other zombie that was in the area, who's a big, massive, hulking thing, attacks them with disastrous results. In the battle, the wizard, Lona, uses burning hands, and 2 of his friends caught in the crossfire go down. But he and Sully, the fighter, managed to defeat this zombie and then go back to the guardhouse. But there are tensions in the group. They then, getting my bearing now, after they went back to the group, they say, yes. Upon getting back to the guardhouse, they are told by the head of the justice system in Aratai that because thanks to their excellent work uncovering that there are necromancers operating in the city, that everyone using magic must be tested. There are only 200 people using magic in the whole city. There's not a lot of magic in this campaign. But it does involve both our wizard and our bard needing to go get trained, to go get tested. So they went off to get tested, but a disaster happens while they're being tested, and a stone golem rises up and just destroys the wizard. Meanwhile, while that's happening, the other two, our fighter Sully and our cleric Nimrod, investigate the cult of Zakron and the beeswax candles and follow a chain which leads them to understand that the candles are indeed causing the illness and that they originate in a candle maker named Dominic, on part of the wealthy part of the city. And that is where we finished episode 4. All right. Thanks for joining in. Catch us on the full episodes. See you later.